Hi guys, I wanted to share our monthly budget with you. While I cannot show you our income, but I'm going to show the real numbers for our expenses. Um, these are our monthly expenses. Those the amount of money that we have to pay every month. In our checking account, we have to keep at least 1,500 to avoid the fee. So I just make sure we always have that. And our mortgage is $1,021, but whenever I have extra, I pay more. And our grocery is only $200 a month, but it's kind of low for 5 people, I know, but it's mostly because we have garden and we always have some vegetables, at least something from there. Like especially in the summertime, we have tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers, onions, and then we have a lot of fruit trees, and we have fruits for most of the year. Like now is October, and we have pomegranates, and in the summertime we have um, cherries, apples, peaches, and apricots and other stuff, and we have lots of grapes too. And so that's why we don't really spend a lot. But also, I shop very frugally, so and I stock up on things when they're on sale, so I don't have to spend money on them when they're regular price. On clothes, I budget $50 a month, but we don't spend that every month. We usually spend less. And on gas, I budget 250 a month, but it depends on how much my husband has to work that month, how far he has to drive, because he's self-employed and he has to go to different. He doesn't like go to the same place every day. He goes to different places to work, and it also depends how much work he gets that month. So it's very different. And I also budget $100 extra just in case we overspend on any of those things. And see those categories like grocery, clothes, and gas, and extra stuff, they marked with a star just because we mostly don't spend all of it. Okay, the next kids activities, we spend $100 a month, and it's mostly due because my daughter takes her art classes and I have to pay for those. My other kids used to take the art classes before too, but then I think they got too lazy or too tired of them. So if they don't want to take it, I'm not gonna make them. So only one of my kids, my daughter, takes the art classes. For electricity, we spend $70 on average, and it varies every month. The lowest we ever had, I think, is $35, and the highest was in the summertime was 167, but I figured it's about $70 on average. And um, for electricity, like a lot of stuff uses electricity. Like we have, see, like we don't have the water bill because our water comes from our well pump, and well pump uses electricity to get the water to us. And then we have a swimming pool, which also uses a lot of electricity to filter the water. Okay, gas, like we use for heating for the water heater, and for cooking. It's about $20 on average. It's anywhere between like 12 to 25. And in the winter time, we don't almost don't use gas for heating, but because I'm trying to use firewood all the time because it's way cheaper, I'm trying to save money on that. So this this number is not too high either. The trash, it includes our trash pickup and some kind of like utility tax or whatever. But we don't have a sewer system because we have our own septic, which we have to like maintain, and it has to be emptied whenever it gets full. So for the trash, they send us the bill once every 2 months, and it's like $59. So I just budget $30 a month for that. Our home phone and internet runs $36 a month. Interrupted. My son brought the chicken into the house. I'm gonna show you that later. So these are the monthly things that we have to pay every month, and but not that's not all of the expenses. These are the expenses that we have to pay yearly or like a few times a year, and this is like a saving kind of like a sinking fund account, and there's a certain balance that I keep in this account, um, and I try to maintain that balance in that account to make sure we have enough money for all of these expenses. Like there's a car insurance that we pay once a year, and I budget $1,000 a year for it, but it came in, and in this October I have to pay 922, so that's good. And we prepay our cell phones, so we pay once a year. So for two cell phones we spend about $1,030. That's for the phones, and including all the taxes and stuff. Also, whenever we need to spend money for any car maintenance and registrations, any giving or holiday and gifts, comes from this account. And the pets, all the pet food. I mean, you don't go grocery shopping for pets every week. You just like buy. We just buy like whenever it's on sale, because like you buy a bag of food like dog food, and it stays good for a few months. It doesn't spoil right away. And like for chickens, my husband goes and buys like a whole truckload of chicken food. And also when we need to repair or replace something, it comes from this account. My husband is self-employed, so he has business expenses. So whenever he has to spend money for the supplies and tools that he has to buy, it comes from this account too. Pool chemicals, we don't buy those every month, so we buy them like whenever we find a good deal, usually like once a year or once in a couple months. And whenever we need to replace like filter or other things for the pool, it all comes from this account. So whenever I spend something out of this account, I'm trying to replenish it as soon as possible. Like for example, I'm gonna pay the car insurance this month. So when this money goes out, the next couple months I'm gonna keep on putting money in until it reaches that balance again. So this is how we spent the money, and um, if you have any suggestions how to spend less, um, you can leave your comments down below. Oh, I don't know if I told you or not. In my checking account, I'm trying to keep at least 1,500 to avoid the fees. So even if, like for example, I spend money out of the sinking fund, and unless I don't replace it, I don't replenish it back if this balance here is too low, because I don't want to end up paying fees. So we're trying to save every penny as much as possible, and like try to spend less as possible. And just because our budget, like let's say for gas for the car is $250, it doesn't mean we're gonna like put this much gas in the car and drive around until we use up all of it. So if we gonna get away with spending driving less, we're always trying to do that. And like electricity, whenever we'll try to turn off everything to spend less on electricity. But if your bill comes like a larger amount, you're not gonna just tell them, hey, my budget is only $70 a month. Sorry, I'm gonna only pay $70. I mean, you're gonna pay whatever the amount is. You can't just pay less. So we're trying to use less stuff to spend less money. So, like I said, if you have any suggestions how to reduce these amounts that we have to pay, or like if you pay less on something and can give me advice or on how to reduce my expenses, I would really appreciate it. Okay, guys, talk to you later. Thanks for watching. The chicken in the house.
Because I like pets. I like cats, I like dogs, I like roosters, I like chickens, I like goats.
We don't have goats. What are you talking about?
Jeff's goats.
Oh, the neighbor's goats. Okay. Okay. Okay, bye-bye, chicken.